Marcus opened his Zillow estimate on a Tuesday. $487,000, up $300,000 from what he paid. He showed his partner. They hugged. They felt rich. Then the water heater broke. $1,400. Marcus checked his checking account. $340. He put it on a credit card at 24.9% APR. A person with $300,000 in equity borrowing $1,400 at 25%. That's not wealth. That's the cruelest financial illusion ever sold to the middle class. Everyone praises homeownership as the ultimate path to generational wealth. But what nobody tells you is that this obsession with paper equity has turned into a massive hidden liquidity crisis. Right now, a huge percentage of homeowners are committing financial self-sabotage, locking every dollar they have inside drywall while borrowing money at 25% just to survive the month. They call it being house rich. The math calls it being dangerously broke. Let me show you the trap.
But the real danger isn't the broken water heater. It's how the house uses your own psychology to trap you. Marcus bought in 2019, $187,000. Modest neighborhood, proud moment. By 2024, Zillow says $487,000. His parents called him wealthy, his coworkers called him lucky, Marcus called himself house rich, cash poor. But he didn't know that phrase yet. He learned it the hard way. 3 emergencies in 14 months. Water heater, $1,400. Credit card. Roof repair, $6,200. HELOC he didn't want. HVAC replacement, $8,900. Another HELOC draw. Combined debt added, $16,500. Interest rate on HELOC, 8.9%. Monthly interest alone, $122. Marcus now pays $122 monthly to access money that's technically already his. He's not using his equity is using him.
And if you think Marcus was just irresponsible, look at the exact 4-stage death loop designed for every zip code in the country. This isn't Marcus's story. This is the American homeowner story. The pattern has 4 stages. Every house, every zip code. Stage 1, the paper win. Home value rises. Net worth number looks incredible. Feels like success. Stage 2, the liquidity illusion. Homeowner believes they're secure. Stops building cash savings. Why save cash when you have equity? Stage 3, the emergency tax. Life happens. Emergency requires cash. Cash doesn't exist. Homeowner borrows against the house or goes into high-interest debt. Stage 4, the trap locks. HELOC payment added to mortgage. Cash flow tightens further. Less ability to save. Larger vulnerability to the next emergency. The house isn't building wealth. The house is consuming it. One emergency at a time. One HELOC draw at a time.
So let's run the actual devastating math on what your Zillow wealth is really costing you when life actually happens. Here's the number that ends the argument. The renter with $28,000 in savings handles a $10,000 emergency for $10,000. Marcus handles the same emergency for $14,200. Same crisis, $4,200 more because his money is locked in drywall. His equity isn't an asset. It's a liability with a nice Zillow number attached. Here's the comment section destroyer. Your house is not an investment. It is an expensive place to sleep that requires constant cash injections to maintain its value. Fight me. Every real investment pays you every month without asking you to replace a roof. Your house charges you property tax, insurance, maintenance averaging 1 to 2% of value annually. On $487,000, that's $4,870 to $9,740 every single year just to maintain the asset. A stock portfolio doesn't send you a bill for existing. Your parents called home ownership the path to wealth. They weren't wrong for their era, but they didn't have 8.9% HELOCs and $400 per month insurance premiums either. Comment below. Is your house an asset or a liability? I want real numbers.
And this brings us to the ultimate confrontation, the moment when your paper wealth meets an actual spreadsheet. Marcus had $300,000 in equity and $340 in cash. That's not a wealth problem, that's an allocation problem. And allocation problems have specific solutions. Here's the framework. 3 columns. Use this today. Column 1, your real liquid position. Not your Zillow estimate, not your net worth, your actual accessible cash. Checking plus savings you can sell in 72 hours. That number. Only that number. Write it down. If it's under 3 months of expenses, you are financially vulnerable, regardless of equity. Column 2, your annual home cost. Mortgage payment times 12, property tax annually, insurance annually, maintenance, use 1.5% of home value as estimate. Add all 4. That's what the house actually costs you per year. Most homeowners have never calculated this number. Most are shocked. Column 3, your equity trap score. Take column 1, liquid cash, divide by column 2, annual home cost. If the result is less than 1, your house costs more annually than you can cover in cash. You are one emergency from debt. If the result is less than 0.5, you are in the danger zone. One major repair away from financial crisis. Marcus's score? $340 divided by 31,200 equals 0.01. He was one water heater from disaster. And he was. Which leads to the brutal truth that every real estate agent on the internet is hiding from you right now. The solution requires 3 actions this week. Action 1. Build the Liquid Firewall. Target 6 months of home costs in accessible savings, not 6 months of expenses. 6 months of home costs specifically. They don't stop when you lose income. For Marcus, $31,200 divided by 2 equals $15,600 minimum target. Non-negotiable. Action 2. Stop treating equity like savings. Every time you feel financially secure because of your Zillow number, look at column 1 instead. That number is your actual security. The other number is an illusion until you sell. Action 3. Build the emergency moat before the HELOC. $500 monthly into a separate high-yield savings account, labeled House Emergency Only. Do not touch it for anything else. In 24 months, $12,000 liquid. No HELOC needed, no credit card, no interest. Marcus built $300,000 in equity. Genuinely impressive, genuinely real, but he built it by neglecting the one number that actually determines financial security: liquid cash. Equity is a long-term number. Emergencies are a this-week problem, and a this-week problem doesn't care about your Zillow estimate. The water heater didn't wait for Marcus to sell the house. The roof didn't accept Zillow screenshots. They wanted cash. Marcus didn't have it. Not because he was irresponsible, because nobody told him that the biggest asset on his balance sheet was making him broke in real time. The house wasn't the problem. The allocation was. And allocation is fixable. This week, with a 3-column spreadsheet and $500 a month. Marcus rebuilt his liquid position over 26 months. $13,000 in his emergency moat. HELOC partially paid down, credit card cleared. His Zillow number didn't change, but his ability to sleep changed completely. Not because he became wealthy, because he became liquid. Your house is not your wealth. Your liquidity is your wealth. The spreadsheet is free. The water heater is $1,400. One of those costs you nothing. The other one costs you everything if you're not ready. Build the moat.